Ladies and gentlemen, after a week off, your boys are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world, Mike. Next to me is my boy Tony Forge, and coming to us from the car is Vince. Vince is on vacation, enjoying some leisure time. Where the hell are you?
What's up, boys?
I didn't even ask where you were. You told me you were going away, and I didn't even ask where the fuck you were going.
We're in good old Hawken Hills.
Okay,
South.
all right.
Oh,
So
nice.
you're not too far away. Okay, yeah, but still, he's enjoying some leisure time. I saw some pictures on the gram. Vince is down there enjoying. So it's good he can join us from the car. Thank you, my brother, and I appreciate you. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. We got some events coming up. We don't have one this weekend, unfortunately. I'm sure there are some this weekend. I just don't know. I know that Power Slam Pro Wrestling has one. I know that, a lot of stuff's next weekend. And we're going to get into some stuff we got next weekend and the weekend after. Actually, it's 3 weeks. After this weekend, it's the next 3 weeks are pretty much stacked with, you got RCW, you got NEOPro, you got Mega, you got RSW on the 19th. We got Wrestling Revolvers in Dayton on the 19th. Just wrestling all around is going to be pretty good. Our boy Dom is in the chat. What's up, dude? Good to see you. If you didn't see Dom, he was all over AEW Collision, hanging front row with his boy Orange Cassidy. You looked great.
That's awesome.
I saw you. He had the whole little jean jacket on. He looked, had his he had his Orange Cassidy cosplay on. Looking real good. So, what do we got first? I know this weekend, that's NEOPro. I got everything pulled up here. Let's go the 19th. The 19th, I know that we have RSW is live in Clarksburg, West Virginia. They are presenting the show is named Infected. Everybody, rolling with the Halloween theme. I really, really like it. And the first picture I click here, starting off, this is a banger of a match. I believe he is their current junior light heavyweight champion. I could be wrong on that title. Is Logan Taylor, and I forget his partner's name. They came up here and they wrestled as the Unappreciated. They wrestled up here, and they were a great tag team. I was really enthralled by Logan Taylor, and he kind of went off and did his solo thing. But they are facing a team of Saturday Night Special, which those are the boys.
All about Saturday Night.
Those are the boys. Tony's not hip yet, but he will be. We will get him.
No, I'm trying to pull up. There we go. I'm looking for the flyer and all that jazz.
Yeah, Saturday Night Special are the boys. If you see, look right here. I got them on my cup. Applebee's Club.
Yeah.
They came up. They came up one time, Tony, for a NEOPro show, and we found them there. And we kind of just linked with them. I don't know. We just meshed real well. It was me and Dean, and we just linked with these dudes. Marcus Twist and DD Vice. They're real good dudes, man. So good to see them. The next match I see is Air Duzin going one-on-one against Tyler Jax. That Tyler Jax being one half of the new RSW Tag Team Champions with Anthony Rucker. But Rucker has a match on this show that is for his PWL Heavyweight Championship. He'd be putting that on the line, defending another, a belt from another show, which is, again, pretty cool. It's nice to see, when companies can work together, hey, I'll put my title on. He can.
That is cool to see.
Yeah. He's going to be defending that PWL Championship against Lane Cali. This one. All right, Tony, you know all about the Gift, Jason Kincaid. Unfortunately, we haven't seen him in a while, but he will be going one-on-one with Violent Vance Desmond for that RSW Internet Championship title. Vance is a monster. The first time I saw Vance Desmond, dude, he was the RSW Heavyweight Champion, and Dustin Alexander was trying to defeat him for it. And he slammed this dude's face on a cinder block. Violent Vance Desmond is fucking legit. All right, don't sleep on that boy.
They don't call him violent for no reason.
Yeah, going one-on-one with the Gift, so that should be a good match.
Right, and to watch that versus Kincaid doing like counter wrestling and stuff and everything, and that'll be cool.
Kincaid's a machine, bro. He's a machine. Like I wish we could get him back. Get him up here once again. We've seen him in some great matches up here. Him and Tim put on a bang. That was really good. But it's just been a while since we've been able to get him. Tim Cross in the chat, RSW. We are talking about you right now. Good luck next week. I believe he had a show this week too. Tim be busy. But the main event for RSW Infected, the Ultra Star travels down Ashton Day to take on Dustin Alexander. But you can't never like discount Dustin Alexander with Nicolia in his corner. There we go.
Yep.
She's a wild dude. So
yeah, she got a mouthpiece and she got some looks. Yeah. She like give you like the daggers out the eyes too,
Yeah, she's no, Tony. We'll get you in here, Tony. Tim, Tony's coming with us. Tony's coming with us on the night. Well, I'm working, so you guys will be there. I mean, we'll all go together, but I'm working.
Yeah.
You guys will do whatever. I mean, I think Tim said something about last time he tried to set us up in this special Piledriver table.
Yeah, we lost our table.
Oh shit!
I'll drive some back through it. So yeah, that's this weekend. If you're down in Clarksburg, West Virginia, get your tickets immediately. There's more match. I'm sorry. There's way more match. Why did you not put? That's horrible. That's bad. That's bad Facebooking on Tim's part. Bad Facebooking. Matthew Taylor, the Gospel of the Light, goes one-on-one with Jeff Paul. Jeff Paul, I'm not real familiar with.
I like his name.
He's got a sweet tattoo and
like
JP
Jeff
Parma in the middle of his chest. Like, I don't know. He looks like he's like Scrapper. Like he looks like he fucking beats people up in the backyard. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
sure. That's that
just
name.
for
You got two first names.
This match, dude, we've been here before. We've had to reinforce the ring. I know it was in Mega, but Big Nasty was able to take the dub. This time, Cody Gray will try to get some revenge at Real Shoot Wrestling as he goes one-on-one with Vinny Maverick once again.
Well, Big Hungry.
I mean, this was a good match. When we saw it in Mega, this was a great match. So, Vinny able to pull out a victory here. Hopefully, Cody can.
I think they work really well together too. Like their matches are just gonna keep getting better. Dude,
100%. I mean, I've always liked Vinny ever since the first time I saw him because a big man that can move the way he does. Throwing those fucking ensiguris and Pele kicks and shit. Yeah.
Well, on Turmoil was the first time in person I saw him do that moonsault, and I was blown away.
I don't even care that he never really lands it, man. It's like one of the best moonsaults I've ever seen. So, like, yeah, Vinny's got it.
Vinny's?
Yeah. I think I've only seen it landed once. It's usually like he gets it set up and goes flying, and then the guy moves out of the way. But
I've seen him hit it a couple times.
He hit it on Cody. Yeah.
He hit it on Cody. He hit it at home days, too. He hit it at home days, too.
I thought he missed it at home days. Oh, no, you're right, I guess. Did he miss one and hit one?
Yeah, he missed one and hit one.
Yeah.
But Tim said the card for the 9th will be out this week. So we will have next week on the show. We will be able to go over the RSW card. Tim will send me the results as he always does for Infected. And we'll go over that as well when that show happens next week. But next week, like I said, the 19th is the start of our shows. I know that Wrestling Revolver, we're not going to be able to make all these shows. Okay. So I wish we could, but it just don't work like that.
Nope.
I do want to pull this up real quick because I know that we have, I believe it's on the 20th. I believe it's on the 20th. Wrestling Revolver is in Dayton. And it is called Bad Trip is the name of the event. So, I mean, I'm pulling it up right now. We got some shit for this.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
One looks like. This one, we've got like this match was just added. Damian Chambers, I've seen before a bunch of times. He's really, really good. This one's on the 19th as well. This one's at the Calumet Center in Dayton. Damian Chambers versus Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Making his return. Also making their return, somebody who was just announced for Mega Hate Jive Turkey, the Rascals. Trey Lamar and Zachary Wentz will be returning to Dayton for Bad Trip. That's Epic over. Season finale. You got Sammy. I was gonna say they got a whole bunch of stuff. They did announce some matches, so I'm trying to pull.
Pick your poison.
Which one is that? I'm still looking. Go ahead, Tony. You got it. Pull it
up. A beer garden death match.
What?
Oh,
yes. Yeah,
I got you pulled up here. RED versus Akira and Joe Dredd. The beer garden death match. I assume that's what the poison that has been picked. That seems like that's the match.
Say RVD. That's awesome.
No, RED. It's red.
RED.
I got RVD. I got way too excited there for a second.
Yeah, that's the faction they have down there. The other pick, this RED and Sig. They have picked choose each other's opponents. Obviously, the first time ever, Masha Slamovich will be going one-on-one with Matthew Palmer. That looks like it'll be a banger. I mean, Masha's a gangster. And then for the first time ever, the fire starter, Jake Christ, will be going one-on-one with AJ Francis, FKA Top Dollar.
Top Dollar, yeah.
This one right here is worth the price of admission, in my opinion, for this match alone, right here. Macklin. You know Steve Macklin. You've seen him a bajillion times. The man's a fucking machine, right? Right, Vince?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Going one-on-one with Elijah.
Oh, that's wow.
With Elijah.
And yeah, you're going to get a spot with the guitars.
Right.
Bro, Elijah, that's worth it. That's worth the price, in my opinion, just for that match alone.
For sure.
I've always thought he was pretty solid. He wasn't anything like,
big guy, good tall guy.
Who, Elias?
Yeah. He was fine.
I liked Elias a lot. He was super over with the crowd. And
his in-ring stuff was solid, but he was over like crazy.
I super respect Elias a lot now. Elias hangs out on TikTok 90% of the day and reads Bible verses.
Oh, for real?
100%. The man is super religious. Like, he hangs out and talks to people and like motivational speaking kind of shit on TikTok all the time. He's always in the Piledriver For You page. Like, just scroll and it'll pop up and he's live.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh shit, what are you doing? And he's reading Bible verses. I'm like, that's fucking kind of cool, actually. So much respect to Elijah. So I'm pumped to see him. I never got to see him in person in WWE. So to see him be able to get down to Wrestling Revolver would be cool. Man, this Bad Trip has a lot of first time evers.
Right?
Cruel versus Madman.
Yeah. I've seen that do Cruel before somewhere, and I can't think of where.
Everywhere.
MLW. It's like MLW or something. Okay.
MLW. Fucking. He's been like backyard wrestling. He was just. Oh, what was it? I think it was. He got set on fire by Justice. Like literally, buried with like all this stuff, and then Matthew Justice like lit this whole big ensemble on fire. They just set like it was crazy. I don't know, man. I just saw that.
Sage doesn't like Top Dollar. Sage.
Sage, oh god.
So mean.
I love it.
Jill Pod said she wanted to pop in and say happy birthday, Tony, and she thinks I'm doing a great job on Turmoil. Thank you.
But
the real story is, and I can't believe I didn't. I mean, we all told Tony happy birthday today, so it's not like we forgot. But if you did not know, today is Tony Forge's birthday. Happy birthday, my dude. Happy birthday. Another
Thank you,
year
thank
around
you.
the sun.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So Jill said happy
You don't have to
birthday to
sing.
you. We won't. I'm not, you don't want to hear me sing.
It's,
We also have
I'll drop a beat, dude. I'll
Lycos
drop a
Jim.
beat.
It's old man Satch's birthday too.
It is my mentor, old man Satch. It is his birthday. Amanda says happy birthday, Tony, in the comments.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is also Big Satch's birthday, so happy birthday to the Iron Satch. It's just wow. I mean, this Wrestling Revolver card, dude. Lycos Gym also making their debut. Lycos Gym, I'm not really familiar with. I do know they are from England, and they fucking look cool. Like Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos the second, I believe, is their names. It says Kid Lycos II, so I assume it's the second. But they look fucking cool. The one dude's got a mask on. He looks like a sweet ass tiger or some shit. Like, I'm excited to see them. And even if you can't make it to Wrestling Revolver, which again, that show is on the 19th, Saturday, October 19th, down in Dayton. Get your tickets while they are available at revolvertickets.com. The very next day, Sunday, October 20th, we will venture to Avon, Ohio at Reagan Hall. RCW returns for Midwest Mat Massacre.
Triple M.
Dude, we haven't had but one announcement of a match for this show, but we have had some people that are guaranteed to be in the house. So, I apologize. We've had two matches announced. I apologize. The first match that was announced, because I was like, holy shit, this is how you announce a show. This is how you start a show off. The main event of the show I don't know if it'll be the main event, I'm sorry, but it will be Jonesy versus Matic in like some kind of death match. Why can't I find it now? Jonesy might have shared it. They did share it. But Jonesy will be going one-on-one with Matic. And if you aren't familiar with Matic, this dude's a monster. Like, this dude's a machine.
I can't think I've ever seen or heard of Matic, but we know Jonesy real well.
We do know Jonesy real well. Let me see. Like, because I want to know. Yeah, right here. A hardcore grudge match. Main event grudge. It says main event. Yeah, main event grudge match. That's what I saw. It was posted on the gram, actually. But it was posted by RCW Wrestling and reposted by Jonesy. So RJ Jonesy versus Matic in the hardcore grudge match. So that will be actually pretty exciting. I don't know if I've ever seen Jonesy in a hardcore match, but I know that Matic.
I was just thinking that
Matic is twice as big as Jonesy. We'll just throw that out there, Vince.
But I bet you Jonesy's twice as fast as.
I agree. But we'll see. The other match that was announced was a tag team match. This is where I will get to see Lycos Gym up close and personal at RCW. They will be going in a tag team match with Alienated Youth, Riley Reinhart, and Mars. Martian, I believe is his name. He's pretty good. Martian Webb.
Yeah, I really like those kids.
Martian Webb, yeah.
Martian Webb.
Yeah.
I like Riley Reinhart a lot. We saw them when we went to OCW. They brought in Adam Wick, and Adam Wick was real good too. So that was, RCW.
He wrestled.
Go ahead.
He wrestled out at Fremont, Ohio show. Had a couple years back. I met him. Like, I don't even know, before he started doing any of this stuff, like years and years ago, first starting out. So it's cool to see him getting all these bookings. And
hell yeah, that's cool. I like them a lot. I've seen them, converge a couple of times. I've seen Riley more than I've seen Martian.
Yeah.
SK Bishop makes his RCW debut. He's usually competing in a tag team with Campbell Myers, the Premier. SK will be in singles action on the 20th. I'm not familiar with SK Bishop. He looks grumpy. Like his promo pic, He looks grumpy. And then the next three we are all very familiar with. In action will be the first lady of 440. Big Al will be in action at Midwest Massacre. Also announced today, Jake Christ will be in action.
That'd
Damn.
be cool. Well,
As well as Rex Brody, the original RCW. That's the RCW original. That's what he's been dubbed as. So, I know Rex has been around a while. We've seen Rex do some pretty hardcore stuff, so I'm excited to see Rex. What did I miss? Did I miss something?
no, I just went dark for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that is on October 20th at Reagan Hall. I mean,
It's a good time. This show is always a good time. These guys know how to put on a really good show, even at like such a small venue. So.
And then now, we got one more, and then we will talk about the creme de la creme. Friday, October 25th. We'll get more in depth with this. Obviously, next week we'll talk a little bit more about this, as well as some other things. But we'll go into this, kind of maybe now that we got Tony, we'll start going back to doing picks, Vince, and keeping like a tally. NEOPro Wrestling presents the Curse of Quaker Hall. NEOPro Wrestling makes their final return to Quaker Hall for the year, and there are some fire matches in store, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably not going to make this one, and I'm upset about it because this one looks really good. Isaiah Prince. We saw Isaiah Prince in the Gold Rush Battle Royal. Vince, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
That big monster of a man. He's going to go one-on-one with Sam Holloway.
Oh, okay. That'll actually be really dope. That's two big guys.
That'll be a big monsters going at it.
Yeah.
Let me go look at the comments. Mike and I are going to look. So Kyle, we're going to have to talk Sage in. So this is what we're doing. We're going to get Sage to take notes for us. And then we'll get him on the show after the 25th, and he can tell us what about him and Mike. We'll get him on. Like, look, he's like, I'm going.
Yeah.
Who is one of the worst wrestlers? He said he's one of the worst wrestlers. Who's he talking about?
Oh,
Top Dollar,
that was
probably?
back.
Was he talking about Top Dollar?
Top Dollar, yeah.
Okay. This match we're gonna save for last because that's got to be the main event. So at the last NEOPro show, we saw, Dominic Guarini grace the screen and essentially say that he was going to team up with Wilbur. And they were going to, and Dontavio, and we're going to have us some War Games style match, cage match. At the Curse of Quaker Hall, Dominic Guarini is going to get a little taste of what he's in for in that War Game style match as he goes one-on-one with the Beast Man.
Okay, cool.
I didn't get to really see him in action, I don't think, at this last show.
Neither one of them were there. He wasn't there. Beastman wasn't there.
I knew Dominic was the promo, but I didn't think Beastman was in.
This one. All right. This if I'm upset about missing any of these matches, it's this one right here. In my opinion, the match that stole the show at NEOPro set the standard was Trey Lamar versus Hayden Backlund. That match was phenomenal. At the Curse of Quaker Hall. At the Curse of Quaker Hall, yes, sir. 2 out of 3 falls. They just upped the ante a little bit more. Like, come on, dude. That's fire. That's a fire.
Yeah,
right.
No, and I mean, like the feud building there is gonna be good. There's some good, they usually you don't have people coming back again and facing each other doing basically the same match, but then upping the ante here. They got some stuff to prove here.
I mean, Trey able to walk away the first time with that W, dude. Hayden killed it though. He had that It was like that Hangman's Crossroads or whatever the hell it was. He did like a Randy Orton thing.
Yeah,
that shit was cool as hell. The next match is being brought to you by IW Guide Internet Wrestling. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't say. It just says IW Guide. But it's Sydney Von England. We're all very familiar with somebody else we're all familiar with. Mikey Montgomery from AIW. Mikey's a stud. So
Yeah.
Sydney's a stud too, but this match is very like different. You know what I'm saying? Like both these men are going to be. It's going to be different styles of wrestling.
Yeah, very much. So you got a high flyer, and then you got like a more scrapper style, like more rumble.
Yeah. Another match on the card. Salem's own 5-star Thomas Adams will be going 1-on-1 with No Shame, Jimmy Shane.
Ooh, okay, that
should be fun. That should be good.
Jimmy Shane a little pissed off after losing to Tommy Dreamer. I mean, maybe he's gonna take his frustrations out on TA.
Right.
The last time we saw TA, man, he was busted open pretty bad at the hands of Christian. So, the NEOPro women. Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah, these guys just always like cut the best promos. So like,
the NEOPro Women's Wrestling Champion, the NEOPro Wrestling Women's Championship will be on the line as Megan Myers will defend against Sadie Suicide, making her NEOPro debut.
And she's been at the con a few times. I've seen her there.
Yes, we got to work with Sadie at the con. She was Cammy at the last con. I believe she was Katana at one con. She's a great wrestler. She's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Megan Myers defending that title should be a good match. Kyle says screw Sadie Suicide. He is not happy.
Wow.
I mean, it is.
I love Sage. I love Sage, man. Such a good dude.
We have a tag team match. A team I'm not really familiar with versus a team I'm very familiar with.
Oh,
the Saloon Slayers. I'm not familiar with the Saloon Slayers. I know that we do follow them, at least one of them, because they popped up and they did win the Chaos Tag Team Championships. I believe it's up in Michigan a couple weeks ago. So there's no slouch tag team. But the team they're going against, I don't think I wouldn't ever want to go up against Faith in Nothing.
No.
Ricky Shane Page and Vincent Nothing. Blue 440 is definitely in the house, but you have to be on the lookout.
They're just gonna be mad.
Hey, did you look? I know Vince didn't see it. Tony probably saw it. Kyle said fun saying suicide. All she wanted me to do is buy explicit content on her site.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Trying to get that money.
She's trying to make it. Brazzy Suave in the chat. What's up, my homie?
What's up? Wait, no, you don't want to. That's not a thing no more.
We're not Chambay. Chambay's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And then the main event of the night, Cash Inc. teams up with Patrick Hayes to take on the team of Bryson Teller, Eric Fallen, and Ashton Day.
That's gonna be great.
After what we saw at Set the Standard, Cash Inc. brand new tag team champions coming into NEOPro and setting the bar pretty freaking high, but then teaming up with this piece of shit Patrick Hayes. Ugh. I don't know. And then Patrick Hayes pulling Bryson out of the crowd. I mean, this match is going to be hard to contain. I feel bad for whoever the referee is this one. That one, but that Curse of Quaker Hall, NEOPro Wrestling, October 25th. It is a Friday night, unfortunately, folks. Doors at 6 p.m., bell time at 7 p.m. It is at Quaker Hall, Lincoln, Salem, Ohio. Get your tickets, neoprotix.com. And then, last before we get into it, because I got Mount Rushmores tonight, guys. We're gonna do at least one or two Mount Rushmores tonight. We got some matches we're gonna talk about for Mega. And first of all, what the hell's going on with Taco? What is this time flux thing he's messing with?
Yeah.
The Flex U, man. Like this
is you is
he's losing control.
Satch is
137 years old. Madam President
Still throw some people
went
around
back.
for you.
She had an afro going on at the top with her bell bottoms
Madam
on.
President.
Well, did you see Brandon? I mean, dude.
And Brandon, like, what? I don't know what's going on here. All I know is that we got to figure out tacos. Somebody's got to get TikTok under control.
Right? It needs to get under
There have
control.
been some matches announced that obviously I want to talk about. We're not going to get into them super deep tonight, and we'll get into them more. The big one, obviously, Trey Miguel going one-on-one with Alex Daniels at Jive Turkey. What do you guys think about this? I mean, like, first of all, Vince, how pumped are you going to see Trey Miguel?
Oh, I'm always excited to see both him and Alex Daniels, but this is just gonna get crazy because they're both high flyers. They're gonna be jumping in and out of the ring like crazy. You know, they're both extremely fast wrestlers as well. So I'm
don't
excited.
think I've ever seen Trey Miguel.
So I'm pretty pumped about this because one of my very first forays into Mega Championship Wrestling, I believe we were like in Amherst, South Amherst or something like that. And they had a show, and Zoe had a softball game, and the show was at like 7, and the softball game was like 3:30. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like, I bought tickets. I was like hoping we get tickets at the door because I wanted to go because Trey Miguel was there. And we went to softball. Zoe went with me, and I went to this little gym somewhere in South Amherst and watched Mega for the first time, and saw Trey Miguel kill it. I was there when Trey Miguel lost that title to Ashton Day. I was sitting in the front row. I'm like, dude, and to see like one of my first pictures I ever got at Mega, I would say as an adult, taking pictures with wrestlers was what my first one was with Trey Miguel. And I was like, yo, can I get a picture with you? And like I took a selfie and he's sitting there holding the X Division championship. Because he was the Mega Heavyweight champion and the X Division champion at the same time.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm excited as shit for Trey to come back, for him to come home to Mega Championship Wrestling. But I want to talk about this one. And like I said, we'll get more in depth in it, but I want to talk about Vitamin P making his return, Tony. Paragon coming back to Mega Championship Wrestling to go. I've seen Paragon before. Again, sit in front row. This is when referee Mike was not a thing. This is when front row Mike was the thing as a fan before the Piledriver and everything. Paragon's got some swag, and that boy can wrestle. So this is a tough challenge for Kalam as the first defense. So I mean,
I saw Paragon at Mega. Probably, I think like Sebastian was pretty new and like very rookie year. A lot of these mega stars that are now, and Paragon blew me away. I'm glad we're gonna have him back.
Yeah, he's really good. And since he's in the chat, like I said, we'll talk more about Jive Turkey later as we come in. But since he's in the chat, let's go ahead and give him some shout. Once again, he will get his shot at the Brass Knuckles Championship, as Colt Johnson will be defending against Brazzi Suave.
Now this is the match that I'm actually the most excited for because just being a part of everything and seeing these two just grow. And
100%.
Yeah,
I also like that they both have mouths on them. They're both very cocky, and I want to just see them, kind of keep going, keep adding a little more fuel to the fire. I want to see them. I kind of want to see just a little mouth off at like a Turmoil or something, where they're just in the ring, just doing their thing, spitting some gums, man.
We need to have a promo battle. That would be phenomenal.
Right.
If they got it, dude, if they were into a promo battle, even here. Oh, let's get him on the Piledriver.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I'll facilitate that this week, boys. I'll facilitate that this week. We will get him on the. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah, you're fine.
We'll get them on and have them, talk some shit. That way they don't have to be by each other physically. That way, it'll kind of
Right,
be like
yeah.
add like a fucking Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle-esque shit talk down. But yeah, so we'll get into more Mega Championship Wrestling. Obviously, Hey John Turkey, November 2nd at Lorain County Community College. Get your tickets. You can get them right here from us at the Piledriver. Message the page. I got physical tickets in hand. I wish I had them right here. They're upstairs. They're sitting in my nightstand. I got them. I got physical front row tickets. I got GA tickets. Whatever you want. Get with anybody on the Piledriver, and we will make sure that you are seated at Mega Championship Wrestling on November 2nd.
And they're cheaper before.
And the best part, kids get in free.
Kids get in free.
And Brandon specifically said to make sure it's said like this: not one kid with general admission ticket. If you have a general admission ticket and you have 2 kids, they both get in for free with you. Like
I honestly thought it was the other way too.
What about 3 kids, guys? Is it 3? No,
3 kids.
That's just
3 kids.
Just 1?
4. Kids 8 and under get in free. Kids 8 and under get in free. They want to meet the wrestlers. They want to cheer. They want to have a good time. I mean,
in this
we were out in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon giving back. So I mean, you can't beat that. RSW, have it in the chat. RSW is on November 9th. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the show, and it is celebrating Veterans Day. I did not know that.
Oh.
So RSW, we will be at RSW though. We will be there. All right, boys. Brazzy said, my kid is Colt Johnson. Definitely spanking him on November 2nd. Brazzy said he's going to give Colt Johnson a little spanking on November 2nd. All right. Now it's time, boys. I gave you at least 3 days to think about this. I want your Mount Rushmore of legends.
Okay.
The golden era of wrestlers. I want your Mount Rushmore.
Mine was like, I took it as like when I was first getting into wrestling, my golden era was like early 2000s, right?
Okay.
So I have like who really affected me as a teenager more.
Okay.
So I'm Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe not in any order. I have Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, and honestly, I have 5. I should only have 4, but I have 5. I have CM Punk and AJ Styles, and I wasn't sure which way to go there.
like Tony needs to see them in a one-on-one match to decide who he's picking for number 4. All right, so what actually? I mean, I get it. I respect your list. What I meant, you know what I meant now.
Yeah,
okay.
Now I understand what you're saying. Like back in the,
which I didn't. Again, I wasn't around. I was born in '87. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was around for the golden years.
Right, I
of
was
Hulk
88.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Like people are like, well, that's people give me shit all the time because I don't like Macho Man. I'm like, he's not fucking Macho Man. Like he wasn't that good. Did a lot of cocaine.
Back then he was.
Again, I have the fucking Ultimate Warrior tattooed on my arm, and I don't really like the Ultimate Warrior. But the kid in me loves the Ultimate Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like I loved to run into the ring and I loved the excitement that he brought, the energy.
See, that was Jeff Hardy for me, man. Like that was like the fucking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we'll still do some of this. That's funny shit. That's probably one of my things. That's why I said when I want to jump off the rope. I want to do this first before I leg drop off the top rope.
Dude, I still did that. Did you not see me do a fucking thing before I said it?
On your swanton? I know.
Yeah,
I think you. Tim Cross said, "What the? Who are you? What the fucking? Who's he? What the fucking? Probably because I said something about Randy Savage.
Yeah.
That's all right. Vince, do you have what did you understand the assignment?
Yeah, I saw. I got an F.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so I could do either or, but I'll do golden era for sure, man. It's funny you nailed it right off the rip. It's always been Hulk Hogan for me. I was always a Hulkster fan growing up. I had the buddy and everything. I was a big Sting fan growing up, and just seeing like Sting evolve from like the original WCW like Surfer Sting, and then you had
That beast
him turn
blonde
into the
boy.
Crow. Yeah, I love that. Um, Tim. I like Macho Man, and I like
Is he
Macho
going on your
Man for
Mount
the
Rushmore though?
theatrics.
Is he going on
I
your
didn't
Mount
like.
Rushmore?
What is it?
Does he go on your Mount Rushmore though?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Because he brought a whole level. No, and we don't gotta agree on it, but he brought a whole level of theatrics and just all the craziness to it. And then you really you can't think of the golden era of wrestling without thinking of Andre the Giant, the biggest, baddest dude ever. And again, not a big fan of the wrestler, but I love him as just a great dude.
Oh,
But just a great dude, great pioneer of the sport. So that would definitely be my Mount Rushmore, and then Dusty Rhodes definitely has an honorable mention.
Dusty Rhodes. That's a good one. All right. So my legend, Mount Rushmore, consists of Hulk Hogan. Because for the same reason Vince said. As a little kid, there's no way that I didn't run around the house going like this and doing this. And also, the guy that resides on my arm is also on my Mount Rushmore for his wrestling character, not his personal beliefs.
For
The
sure.
Ultimate Warrior was a great character, man. I love the Ultimate Warrior. Another one on my Legend Rushmore that I didn't hear from you, Vince. Hulk Hogan's. Safe to say it's hard to not throw Andre up there at this one, but safe to say Hogan's biggest rivalry, because this is when they used everything that was going on in real life against them. The Iron Sheik.
Fair.
The Iron Sheik, man. He was Hulk Hogan's arch nemesis. To this day, he still calls him a jabroni on Twitter almost daily.
Love that. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And then fourth is tough for me because it makes it like there's so many. I want to go Andre the Giant. You want to go, Sage said in the chat, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going personal on this one. Kurt Hennig.
Oh, that's
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep,
The towel toss, the gum spit, everything. What other wrestler throws a touchdown to themselves? He threw a 100-yard touchdown to himself. It was glorious.
It was glorious.
Mr. Perfect, definitely on my legendary, golden era-esque Mount Rushmore. And now let's go to We'll go to Tony's list because it makes sense now. It makes sense now with Punk and everybody.
Yeah, so
Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin,
and Rob Van Dam
and Rob RVD. Now that is a very solid attitude era ruthless aggression list. Like that is a very solid preteen teenager fucking list right there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's when I fell in love with CM Punk. Go ahead, Van Dam. Vince will talk all day about Rob Van Dam.
Watching, as a kid, I was just amazed by what he could do. But watching him back now, how I watch wrestling now, I'm like, he's doing such innovative stuff that you're seeing all these guys do, but he did it 20 years ago. It's insane.
Yeah, he was definitely like a top tier athlete.
Mm-hmm.
to this day, even I think Rob Van Dam can probably still go if he, somebody let him get in the ring, dude. He could go the same way.
Oh, he still does. I've seen him.
He
in
was
matches.
he was in AEW. I don't even know, like a year ago, and he looked a lot better than he did the last time I had seen him, like in WWE or whatever.
I don't even want to put Tim's fucking list on the screen because it's got a shitty wrestler in it. Jake the Snake, I'll give it to you. Macho, I'll give it to you. He put Pipper, but I assume he meant Piper. So Roddy Piper, I'll give it to you. Fuck Brett. Brett screws Brett.
Oh man, Brett. Dean would be so sad if he was on here with us right now. Like Dean.
Oh shit.
Bret Hart. I am the same.
He just seems so I don't even know, grumpy all the time. He's just a grumpy guy. Yeah.
That's how
Driver champion, Shawn fucking Michaels.
Shawn fucking Michaels.
I
know he was an asshole, but he meant well.
He said if no Brett, we don't get Austin.
Kind of true.
A little bit, I guess, but 316 was born from Stone Cold and fucking Jake the Snake. Like Sage is 4.
You got the double turn that really kicked off Austin's big thing. I get that.
So, and I'll agree with Sage. Flair almost made my list, but I think like again, just being like a little more hypercritical, like I never really cared for Flair's wrestling, but I definitely cared for his showmanship. And I mean, we get a woo everywhere you go, and just
to this day, yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a Flair fan at all. At all. I'll be the first one to tell you that I do not like Ric Flair. I would love for John Cena to come back and break that record. Please, please give it to John Cena. Because it was in an era where Ric Flair just didn't. He had Charlotte-esque title reigns, 3 or 4 of them, where they were a month, or something like that. Like I don't know. They just did. I agree with Vince 125%. That fucking robe, that fucking music, this and all this, and the woo and the strut, top notch, top fucking.
But it's notch. The same. It's the
As
same.
As a wrestler,
match.
he was mid. He's Mike. Tim said, Mike, if I was an arm's length of you right now, I'd strike you.
Good old chop to the fucking chest.
Dude, it wasn't for me, man. It wasn't for me. Ric Flair's give you some of the most legendary promos, 110%.
When he lost his mind.
But he's just it's not for me. I'm Ric
Flair. That's what you're right. It comes down 4. To what's your definition of, or what's your preference of professional wrestling? Do you prefer promos over in ring, or do you like the showmanship or the theatrics compared to the athleticism? It's all subjective.
That's a good. So Sage said with this one, and this one, this one actually, it's funny he put this because he said, okay, instead of Flair, Owen Hart. You ready for this? Owen Hart makes my fucking Attitude Era Ruthless Aggression list, 110%. The Blackheart, the fucking Blue Blazer, the Nugget, Nation of Domination, where he was the whitest black dude ever. Owen Hart is one of my faves, 100%. I'm gonna go, obviously, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, makes my Attitude Era Mount Rushmore, because not only did he destroy as the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, with Razor Ramon and the ladder matches and Bret Hart matches and all this shit, DX was probably the most influential thing of our teenage years. If you didn't get in trouble for telling your teacher to fucking suck it, you didn't really live, all right?
Right. Saying. You weren't really a wrestling fan.
My wife hit me with a suck it today, and it was the most glorious thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
no. On that list for me, also we'll say number 3, so I don't get lost. Diamond Dallas Page. DDP came into the company, I believe, super old. Like he started wrestling at like 35, 36.
Because he was a valet for a long time.
Yep. And came in and just in the span of a couple years killed it. And not only did he kill it, he never defected to the NWO. He stayed true WCW. Like even Sting went to the fucking NWO, dude.
Yeah.
Like DDP is definitely Monday Night War era-esque about Rushmore. All right. And then my last one is going to be hella surprising because he was one of my favorite wrestlers. He never got the due that he was given. And I believe he unalived himself. There's nobody better than Canyon.
Wow.
Okay.
Chris Canyon was phenomenal. Canyon was a great wrestler. He was a great character, and he was one of them ones that did everything you ever told him, but he did it with amazingness, like Mordid.
Yeah. No, that's mad respect.
I loved watching Chris Canyon. I mean, there's plenty others you could put in there. Raven's Flock, obviously, when we were growing up from WCW was really cool. Harlem Heat, Booker T, shit like that. But Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack do love Mankind. Mick Foley. Any one of the four. You can put any one of them in there. Somebody said, oh yeah, no Brett, no Flair, no Macho. Tim's hating on me. And full package. Sage said I got my ass beat for telling my mom that to suck it. I assume I got a yes for DDP, and then he said Magnum TA.
Okay, I like that. Tommy, I agree with that too.
All right, Vince.
Well, we already kind of touched base on it. You wouldn't have a lot of the attitude and aggression era without the main man Triple H, and seeing what he's done with his career after even being done wrestling. Really just showcases the longevity of Mr. Helmsley there. So big Triple H fan. I'm surprised that The Rock didn't make it on there because, of course, he's made out of The Rock. And Mount Rushmore's made out of rocks. That's a bad joke, but he was the top dog for a really long time. And again, just kind of going back, he's still doing
Final
stuff.
Boss. Final Boss.
I love the Final Boss right now, honestly.
Him showing up at Bad Blood or whatever, that was cool. Did he show up there? No,
at the end.
SmackDown night. Yeah, he did show up at the end of Bad Blood. I couldn't remember if it was SmackDown or there. Again, we're gonna go. It kind of everything kind of came together, right? And I kind of include this with the Attitude Era is ECW was definitely a part of that era of just what they were pushing. And you could not spell ECW without Tommy Dreamer. So Tommy Dreamer's definitely up there. And he did come out of WCW as well. Definitely he had his attitude of his own. And then I can't make this list without saying this name. And it tends to be taboo to say it, but Chris Benoit, one of the best.
We talked about this on Thursday night. Like me and Tony were talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were up there, but I'm fully able to put Chris Benoit's wrestling achievements and whatever happened in his personal life aside.
Yes, I agree.
I'm a very firm believer. I guess it's the same way with Hulk Hogan, because Hulk Hogan is a very outward racist these days. So
you don't have to agree with what they did.
Yeah, I don't have to agree with them, but as a wrestler, that's all I care about. I care about who you are and when you walk out of those curtains. Unfortunately, I have no, justice bearing, I guess, over my feelings about you as a wrestler, how you feel in your personal life, unless you affect me directly.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I'll agree with that. And then the only other thing I had to say was you got to give an honorable mention to Eddie Guerrero, because he was the attitude of the Attitude Era. So
I did watch that promo today, and somebody shared the promo where he cut the promo on Brock when Brock said something about him being an addict, and he fucking went off on Brock like unscripted and just ripped Brock a new one.
I just rewatched that the car brawl, him and Cena. That like,
Oh yeah,
that's one of the top matches.
with all the low riders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie takes that bump through the window. That's bad. That's some bad.
Dude.
Backdrop or whatever.
No, he goes through the side.
Yeah,
Cena
like
pushes his head
through the
through
door. Yeah, like slams his head
Yeah.
through the door window.
shatters, and he was like,
Sage
Like,
said
oh my
last
God.
night's AEW ending sucked. I didn't watch AEW. They had Wrestle Dream or something like that. I read they tried to like choke out. I read they tried to like choke out Daniel Bryan with a plastic bag or some shit.
Well, they did it. They've done that once
they did
before.
that already once.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that, man. There was no like who, there's supposed to be somebody behind this whole John Moxley stuff that he's got a faction or something, and like, is it gonna be Shane McMahon or is it gonna be oh shit, I can't remember the other dude's other name. His one tag partner he used to work with on the Indies now. I can't think of his name. Sam McCallahan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but there was no payoff. There was literally nothing. He would get stretchered out. Brian was, and that was it.
I think he's retiring though. They said something about his neck still.
But not even fully. It's only like a part-time retirement, so it's not even like he's done. So I don't know. It was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Bless you. And then last but most certainly not least, boys, I want your 4 now. I want your 4 now that you think in 50 years people are going to be talking about the same way we talk about Hulk Hogan.
You go. I'll go.
Yeah, go.
All right. I have Gunther, Walter Gunther, whatever you want to say.
The ring, Yanara.
I have John Moxley. I think he's put in a lot of stuff even outside of WWE and New Japan and everything that has solidified him as top tier for a long time. I think Kevin Owens is kind of like your sleeper. He's going to be in there working for another 10-15 years doing great stuff. I think Adam Page, I think he might end up going like WWE at some point in his career and making a real big.
I would love to see Hangman go.
Mm-hmm. And I got Swerve, man. I love Swerve. Swerve is, you can't stop him right now.
Tony went AEW heavy right there.
Yeah.
Dude, I love AEW, bro. I love AEW.
I love that. I
like AEW too. I do have somebody from AEW on my list. And I couldn't do 4. I had to do 5 on this one. Number 1, Colt Johnson, Mega Fan X, put it in the chat, Tony. There's no way you cannot put fucking Roman on this list. There's no way you can put the number 4 longest reigning champion on your list. I know.
I was going different. Honestly, I already had, because I fucked up my list, right? I had this list was my now, and because my last list was my early shit. And I have you want to hear my other list, my future?
Yeah.
I got Will Ospreay. I got Bronson Reed. I still don't have Roman Reigns, y'all. I got Jacob Fatu. I think he's gonna kill it. I got Ricky Starks and Braun Breaker. Are guys that in 5-10 years are gonna be doing crazy shit.
Sage has Braun Breaker, Gunther, Bray Wyatt, Nick Nemeth, also known as Dolph Ziggler.
Man, I used to be such a Dolph Ziggler mark. I
love Dolph. I love Dolph
better now than he ever was.
I love Dolph because he was from Cleveland.
Right.
That's true. Facts.
Anyway, so I'm going with 2 out of the 3 members of the Shield. Roman.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking architect Seth Rollins is one of the best to ever step between the ropes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is that. Tyler Black is freaking great. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost
For the same reason that Vince said about the Ric Flairs of the world. Because Maxwell Jacob Freeman, while he may not be a great wrestler, he's one of the greatest mic performers that I've ever seen.
He really is good in the ring, though, man. He can.
I'm not taking it away from him. Like, he's good. He's not like a bad wrestler. It's not like he can talk and he's a shitty wrestler. He's a good wrestler. They wouldn't have gave him the title if he wasn't. But his mic skills are fucking unmatched.
Yeah.
4 is hard because there's a lot that I want to put there. Like, I want to put Gunther. I want to throw the Chosen One because he is the Chosen One. Drew fucking McIntyre is.
I thought about Drew too.
But I gotta go with Sage. He was lost before we were able to see the greatness that he had in store for him, man. Bray fucking Wyatt. I love Bray.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt. I've like wrestlers have died in my past, and like Bray's one of the few wrestlers that died, and I was like, like it choked me up because I like Bray Wyatt a lot. I have Bray Wyatt plaques, I have Bray Wyatt shirts, I have Bray Wyatt figures. So yeah, Bray Wyatt. What's going on there? Bray Wyatt, if untouched, like again, he was a good wrestler, and we'll just say good. But the creativity, the imagination, the Firefly Funhouse, all that shit was unmatched, dude. And now what they're doing with the Wyatt Six is, I love it.
Yeah, I think it's very respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's mine. Vince.
Oh man, okay. So Tony's like list, the second list, kind of like hit a lot on mine. Osprey for sure, big Osprey fan. I think he's just a innovator.
I just don't like the blade.
So there's not everything in his moves I don't like, but I just think like the way he chain wrestles and especially putting him in with like Ricochet and like
him and Ricochet are great, dude.
Dude, it's just a fire match every time.
The match, they had a Wrestle Dream with Nosuke Takeshita was incredible. Like,
that's awesome.
I saw clips from that, and like they saw like the Poison Rana spot where he Germaned Will into, and then he Germaned him into another German, and then he Poison Rana into a Poison Rana into a double German.
Yeah, it was just like crazy chain spots that are just back to back to back to back to back.
Just great, very technical wrestler. Braun Breaker is definitely on my list there. Just an animal. I think the stuff he's been doing lately, he's just like his kind of like a mix of his dad and his uncle, like he's got the tenacity of a Scott, but the wrestling skill of a Rick, and it's awesome to see. Man, again, not a fan of his wrestling style, but I'm a big fan of LA Knight. I think he is one of the best mouthpieces. And if you can literally go, yeah, and then like everyone else does,
right,
dude, you're golden, dude.
Yep.
So again, I think I'm just a sucker for a good longevity, story. I think Cody Rhodes really makes my list just because he finished his story and he's still going, and I really don't care where this goes, but I'm for it. Like, just seeing everything he's put on, and he's definitely brought us up a little higher level, setting a standard a little more higher. I like it.
I mean, I agree. I'm not a big Cody Rhodes fan. Like,
I know it's not everybody's thing.
And like, I'll tell you that I'm not a Cody Rhodes fan, but when that music hits, I'll go, oh,
yeah, right.
Because exactly. You have to. It's infectious, man. Essentially, he's John Cena for this generation of children. That's how WWE has treated him, and that's fine. I've seen some of the shit he's done. He's pulled little kids out in front row that are wearing Cody Rhodes clothes, and he's being awesome, dude. I'm not hating on him. There's the same reason why I'll tell you that I hate John Cena as a wrestler, but I love John Cena as a person.
Yep.
Because John Cena as a person is a fucking amazing guy. He's granted the most millions of wishes, however many fucking wishes this dude's granted, and he donates money to oversee or to the military. John Cena's John Cena. I mean, he's a good guy.
And then
It
I'm gonna-
almost seems like it's not genuine because he's so nice. like,
Yeah.
like, quit it.
Yeah,
you
like
want
you're
him to just be
faking.
an asshole one time.
Like he
yeah,
walks in the house, like you just imagine John Cena walks in the house after a day home and he looks around, there's no cameras following, and he fucking slams the door and he's like,
Right,
Jesus
right.
Christ, son of a bitch!
Fans everywhere today.
Everybody leave me alone. Like,
Oh man, that'd
no.
be great.
Oh yeah.
I got
that would be
one
good.
more. I got one more. Just cause, man. Finn Balor. If you
Yeah, hell
cannot
yeah.
talk
The
about
Demon
stuff
King.
Would have
currently,
full of
yes.
club.
The Demon was one of my favorites when he came out, dude. And I would love that. Like, I wish that he would have brought it back for this whole Judgment Day split. Like when
Right.
I wish something would have.
That would have been cool.
The betrayal or whatever brought out his inner
Right.
demon, and then we got a purple and black demon Finn Balor because that would have been so
That'd be cool.
For sure.
Sage said, "What about Dirty Dom?" It's too early to tell. In all honesty, I don't think Dom's a great wrestler.
No.
He's good. He's good because of his dad. He knows how to wrestle.
He's good
has
because
potential.
the girls that he has following him.
His character works top notch, dude. Like people can hate on him all they want, but his character works good. People fucking hate him.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what that's exactly what they wanted, and it works. Yeah. So I don't know. That's great list, boys. Great lists. I think that's all we got for tonight. Next week we have shows all over the place. Make sure you check them out. They'll be posted on socials everywhere. We'll be sharing this stuff. Make sure if you're in the West Virginia area, you go check out RSW. I know if you're up here, you can check out RCW on the 20th. Also you can check out something else is on the 19th, and then NEOPro's on the 25th at Salem at Quaker Hall. And then, like I said before, you'll see us before, but we will be talking more about Mega presents Hey Jive Turkey on November 2nd with special guest D'Lo Brown.
Oh yeah.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for you tonight. Make sure you get over to the socials, like, subscribe, share, drop a comment in there. Thank you to everybody who jumped in the comments tonight and hung out with us. We appreciate you all.
Check out Turmoil on Thursday.
Make sure you check out Thursday Night Turmoil on Mega Championship Wrestling's Facebook and YouTube pages. We'll see all of you there on Thursday. And if not, we will see you next week right here live. Later.